What's going on, guys? Welcome back to TriFecta Airsoft. Chris here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the EMG Helios, licensed by Knight's Armament Company. And we just got this gun in our latest box of awesomeness, the Labor Day edition. We have a video on that if you haven't seen that yet. Go check that out. So in the box, when we opened it, this gun was completely wrapped in plastic. You know, it was stored and shipped well. But this is the carbine length gun. So they have carbine and they have CQB. Now the carbine only comes in tan and the CQB comes in black and tan. It's kind of odd, but this is the carbine length. We actually happened to get all three models with our box of awesomeness. So we got both CQB colors and we got this one, carbine. So it's pretty cool. So also in the box you get a fairly standard high cap mag here, nothing crazy, just regular high cap. And you also get a metal muzzle brake here, a black one. It's the same style here as this orange one, so you can take that one off and put the nice black one on there. So that's nice. So this gun is all polymer, upper, lower, handguard, stock, grip. Everything on this gun's polymer. It's super lightweight. Like, this is probably one of the lightest M4s that I've held in a while. Like, I can manipulate this thing so well with just one hand. But it has a really nice finish on it. This paint is pretty good, actually. The grip is nice. The motor grip here has some decent texturing on it to keep your grip on that. And then your stock says Amoeba on it. Yeah, it says it on that side as well as this side. And this is your adjustment, the 5-point adjustment here. It's a really nice stock, actually, with this butt plate on here. And then this little button right here that you pull down is to take it off, because this is a buffer tube wired gearbox. So you are going to need something that fits in a buffer tube. It is recommended a 7.4 stick type. And as you can see, you have your Knight's Manufacturing Company on the side of the receiver. This is your licensing, and then you also have their logo on this side. It says Stoner Rifle. So your controls, you have a ambidextrous fire selector here, safe, fire, auto. You have it on both sides. Now this one on this gun is a little bit stiff, a little bit stiffer than normal M4s, most other ones that I've held, but nonetheless, it still works. And it's not going to move into a different position when you don't want it to. So you have a ambidextrous mock bolt catch right here, and on this side as well. Both of those are just mock. When you pull your charging handle back to get to that hop up, it doesn't lock back or anything. So you also have a ambidextrous mag release. It's supposed to be ambidextrous. So this is the standard side of the mag release here. And then this side is supposed to have an ambi that works, but for whatever reason, I don't know if they designed it like this on purpose, if it's supposed to even work. When you press it, it just doesn't pull out that the piece that holds the mag. It just doesn't pull it out. So it's technically not ambidextrous. It's on there, but it doesn't work. So moving up to the top here, we have flip-up sights. These have the Knight's Armament logo and licensing on them. I don't know if you can see that there on the top, on the front there. These are pretty nice flip-up sights too. They're pretty snappy. And they're not finicky or anything. They snap up and they snap down. Really nice. So you have your M-lock rail here. This thing's pretty long. You have a bunch of slots on here, like 6 slots on the M-lock here. And this does have an aluminum inner barrel, so it makes it a little bit lighter. Like I said, this gun's super light. And then for your hop up, you have a rotary hop up in there. Pretty decent looking hop up. I messed with it earlier. It's it rotates pretty good. It's got a little bit of feedback, so you know how you're rotating it. And then lastly, the trigger is one of the lightest M4 triggers I've ever felt on an airsoft gun. This thing is like, you just barely touch it and it goes off. Like, I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but there's a trigger switch in there because the gearbox is a version 2 Ares EFCS gearbox with that electronic trigger switch in there. So You know, you just barely pull this trigger back, and it's hitting that trigger switch there. It's a super nice trigger. So I've been saying this thing is really light. It's just under 5 pounds, 4.8 pounds for the total weight of the gun unloaded. So it's pretty good. All right, so this gun is advertised to be shooting between 380 and 420 FPS. So we're gonna take it outside, we're gonna take it to the chrono, we're gonna see what it's shooting with those .2s, and we'll be back with you soon. All right guys, we got our 7.4 LiPo in here. We got some .2s, we're gonna see the FPS, and then we're gonna do a fire rate test as well with the 7.4. All right guys, here's the fire rate. All right guys, so we just tested the carbine length. We put the 7.4 in the CQB length version that we have, and we're just gonna see if the FPS or the fire rate is different. All right, let's check on this fire rate. All right guys, we got our carbine length rifle here. We're gonna do a range and accuracy test from about 50 feet, and we're gonna see how good this thing is. All right, so as I said, we do have the carbine and the CQB version. I want to show you what those look like side by side here. So this one is the CQB, this black one, and this one is the carbine. As you can see, it's just a little bit longer than the CQB version here. Side by side there. So we actually, you'll see, we put on the chrono the CQB one, and it's only shooting like 10 to 20 FPS lower than the carbine length. So it's still shooting like, what was it, 390 to 400 on the CQB one. So it's definitely still shooting way high for CQB fields or levels. So I just want to show you guys the CQB version real quick in case you're interested in that one, because it's essentially shooting the same FPS, just a little bit shorter if you wanted a shorter gun. All right, so there you have it. The gun shooting, 410 to like 415 FPS with those .2s. Shooting pretty hot. It definitely will come down a little bit once that spring settles, but shooting right in the FPS range that it's advertising, so that's good. As far as the range test goes, we stood at 50 feet. We were running .2s. I messed with the hop up just a little bit because it was shooting low at first, aiming right in the center of that target, and it was still hitting low. I had to aim up some just to hit that target there at 50 feet, and I did turn the hop up on quite a bit, so not sure what was going on there. It wasn't shooting as accurate as I expected it to. Yeah, overall, it's an okay gun. It's $215 if you want to buy it outright. I'd say it'd be a good starter gun because it's extremely lightweight, has decent controls, and that trigger is really nice. Yeah, that's the EMG Helios SR16. I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you next time.